So here in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to connect your Shopify theme to Claude Code and make changes to your theme using Claude Code. You're going to need a few things for this to work. The first thing is you're going to need a GitHub account. You can go sign up to GitHub by going to github.com. The second thing you're going to need is you're going to need Visual Studio Code. I'm going to drop a link to all these in the video description below. So you're going to need this. The reason we're going to use this is because it's free, and on top of that, it has a Claude Code extension that we can use. I prefer doing this over actually using the Claude Code app because it's just easier to work with code, with Visual Studio Code. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to code, still, like, this is quite intuitive, so you can use it. So the second thing is you're going to need this, and then third thing is you're going to need a Claude account. You need the API key to connect Claude Code to Visual Studio Code. Pretty straightforward stuff. But this might take a few minutes, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your online store and you want to download your theme. So for me, I'm on a demo store, and if I want to make changes to this theme, my main theme using Claude Code, all I have to do is come in here, download theme file, and it's going to send me an email. And I already have the theme downloaded, so I'm not going to go to my email. But, for you, once you download, you need to go to your email and download the zip file. And once you have the zip file, go create a new folder anywhere on your PC or Mac. Create a new folder and name it anything you want. It doesn't matter. Let me name it. I'm just going to name it Claude theme. And then what you have to do is you need to so this is my theme file I downloaded from my email. So what you need to do is you need to extract this zip file into the new folder you just created. For me, the theme. Hello, rack. Second, and there you go. So there's a bunch of, this is your actual theme folders, and you can click through things and you can see actual liquid files and stuff. And the next step would be you need to open up your terminal. Actually, you need to open up your Visual Studio Code. If you haven't downloaded, please go ahead and download it. You need to open your Visual Studio Code and click on File and click Open Folder, and you need to open the theme you just extracted. So for me, it's Claude theme. I'm going to select the folder. And it's like trust the authors. Perfect. And then the next step is you need to open a terminal. To do that, just click on the search bar above and click terminal. Wrong there. My bad. Sorry. So click on the three dots and click terminal, new terminal. Right. And it will open up this terminal. If you're not familiar with coding, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through every single step. Right. Once you have this open, you need to go to your GitHub account. I know I'm jumping around. It's like there's a lot of things involved. Sorry about that. So you need to go to your GitHub account, and once you sign up, you're going to see something like this. Or if you don't have any GitHub repo, the screen might look a bit different, but all you need to do is you need to create a new repository. So just hit new, and you will be taken to this screen, and you need to enter a repo name. Again, this doesn't matter. The name can be anything. I'm just going to name it Claude theme. And just make sure the visibility is private. If you make it public, anybody on GitHub can view it. So just make sure it's private. No one can see it. And click create. And once you do that, you're going to end up on this screen. And now you need to copy this code, the whole thing. Go back to your Visual Studio Code and paste it. It's going to say, are you sure you want to paste all the submitted lines into the terminal? Say yes. Now, if you don't get that option, and make sure to hit enter after paste all the lines. And then after that, you're gonna want to type in exactly what I type in. So you're gonna type in git add dot, and it's gonna add literally all the files. Git command with comment. All right, make sure to type in like this. The message inside the double quotes is a minor, but still. The third thing is this origin All right. So this, so this is done. So this now, if you go back to your GitHub and refresh your Claude theme, you should see the theme files here. So beautiful. So, and the next step is, so now you need to connect your GitHub to your Shopify. So anytime you make changes to your theme using Claude Code, they get reflected in your Shopify. So we are not gonna. So one more thing I do want to mention: when you're working with Claude Code is an LLM, and there's a very good chance that it's gonna mess up things. You know, there will be small things it'll mess up here and there. So always, so the reason we're doing it this way is because, you know, we just need to be safe. Now we create a copy of the theme, of the live theme, so the live theme doesn't get affected. So yeah. So what you need to do is you need to come back to your Shopify store and click import and click on connect from GitHub. All right. If you have never connected your GitHub to your Shopify store, you're gonna see an option here saying like sign in with GitHub. So just sign in with your GitHub and log into your GitHub account, and you're gonna end up on a screen like this. And in here, you're gonna want to set the repo you just created for the theme. For me, it's Claude theme. Click connect. And what this will do is basically import your theme from GitHub to Shopify. And now anytime you make changes on Visual Studio Code using Claude Code, the theme changes will reflect on your Shopify theme. So, you know, you never have to really log into your Shopify theme, or you never have to log into Shopify to see or make changes anymore. So it's pretty cool. It takes a minute to set the whole thing up, but once you get it working, it's like very beautiful. It might take a minute for it to get uploaded and everything. During this time, I'm gonna just move ahead to the next step. Don't close the screen or anything. So go back to Visual Studio Code, and you're gonna want to go into this icon extensions. You're gonna come in here, and you're gonna search for Claude Code. It'll probably take a second, but click on the first extension you see and install it. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it. Install it, and it's going to walk you through like how to connect Claude Code to Visual Studio Code. It's very straightforward. All you need is a Claude account and like the API key. So just let them walk you through the whole thing. And once you have done that, click on any file in your theme and click the Claude icon, right? And now this is how you, so anytime you want to make changes to your theme, all you have to do is like click on a file and click on Claude, and you can ask it to do anything, right? It has access to the entire project, so it doesn't have to be like particular file. I can tell it to do something like, I don't know, can you scan my theme files, tell me 3 things would improve page speed. It will also do the thing for you. You know, I'm just asking right now because it's a video and I want to keep it short. But yeah, it's gonna scan through everything. And it's gonna make the changes in his ask you. But like, you know, it's gonna tell you like if there's something wrong with the code. You can also create new sections. Pretty much anything you would hire a developer to do, you can ask Claude Code to do. But please be careful, because Claude Code is not perfect. It makes mistakes all the time. So only use it for like small things and minor things, or if it's like a completely new section you're trying to create. Those things are fine. But if you already have some complicated piece of like section setup or like a code setup, don't try to mess with it too much. With Claude, I mean, it's pretty good for the most part, but sometimes, you know, yeah, it's gonna ask you for like, you know, like permissions and stuff. So another thing you could do is you can click on edit automatically, so that way you don't have to click S all the time. But sometimes they still ask you for permissions. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Like it's gonna go through everything. I'm gonna take off the code part. But anyway, I do want to mention one more thing. Like, I'm not gonna do the Claude Code part. That's the easy part. Everything else is the harder part here. So I do want to mention one thing. For example, like, I'm just gonna make a small change here, the comments, because whenever you make an update to your team, right? Either by yourself or with Claude Code. The one step you need to make sure that you do is you need to update your GitHub as well. And the way to update your GitHub is basically the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna type in git dot. Second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna say I changed comment, and then the whatever you put in that double quote doesn't matter. Just like comment, what actually happened, what changed, And the third command is get push origin. This will push the entire theme up to the person. Oh, okay. So my bad. Because this one is not connected to the one I just added. So this is a different one. But usually, the third comment will go through and it will work. I made some changes to the theme before the video. So anyway. But if you don't want to do this, you could literally just ask Claude to say, "Hey, can you push this theme to GitHub?" And say, use the branch. So type in exactly this thing whenever you're done making edits to your theme, and it will push the entire thing to GitHub. And you could also Claude to install Shopify CLI. I'm gonna put all this information in your description below so you have better understanding. So you can also ask Claude to install Shopify CLI so you can actually see what the theme actually looks like in your local machine. So you don't actually have to push the updates to Shopify to see what the theme actually looks like live. So yeah, that's one thing I want to mention. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or if you're stuck somewhere, please leave a comment below and I'm happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching.